my first series that I started here on my channel, which is called On Wednesdays We Bake and Create. Tonight we're going to be making Cakepops. I'll be showing y'all 3 different styles of Cakepops. The first one's going to be the traditional round cake pop. I know y'all see them everywhere. The ones that Starbucks sells, just the basic round ones. And then we're going to do the round ones, but we're going to do some molds. And I figure with Valentine's Day, we're going to do this. We're going to do the rose mold. I picked this up from Hobby Lobby. And then the last one is the cakesicle style of Cakepops. It's a mold that you insert a popsicle stick into. And this will be a cakesicle. And this mold I also found at Hobby Lobby. It's cute. It's got like these hearts on the back. So we have the molds. We have the cookie scoop, which I'm obviously not going to be using this one. I'm going to use this one. And then you're going to need cake pop sticks or straws. I found these straws. They have like these cute hearts on them at Hobby Lobby. And then also for the cakesicles, you're going to need just basic popsicle sticks that you can find at Dollar General down the craft aisle. You're going to need the star of the show, which is going to be your cake dough that's already ready to go, already rolled out. If you're not sure how to make your cake dough, I'll link a video up here of, it's like my second YouTube video ever of me making cake pops. I'll show you in that video how to get the dough to the consistency that you need, which I need to update that video because that technique works well, but I have a new technique that I like to do. And then you're going to need some little decorative sprinkles. I got these from Walmart. They're super cute. They're red, gold, white, and like a rose gold pearl. And then these come from Hobby Lobby. They're pink, red, and white with glitter on them. Edible glitter. Something to melt down your chocolate into. I personally like using measuring cups, glass measuring cups. You can also use coffee cups if you want. Some edible pencils. I'm going to show y'all how to do a 3D cake pop. So I have some mini heart cookie cutters, which also Hobby Lobby, which I just started making this style. I made this style recently for Christmas. Done Christmas tree shapes, a candy cane shape, and a stocking shape, all using cookie cutters. And then obviously you're going to need some chocolate. I like using the almond bark chocolate for white. And then I'll go in and add some red melting wafers into it. These wafers come from Hobby Lobby. I don't like using these by themselves. They don't melt down and it's not a good consistency. Whereas these melts down perfectly. And like I said, depending on what color cake pop I'm going for or what theme I'm going for, I always add in. You I cannot stress this enough. You cannot use regular food coloring to dye chocolate. It has to be an oil-based food color, which Hobby Lobby does not sell. You'll have to get that from Amazon, or if you have a specialty cake store in your town, get it from there. I don't, so I have to order mine off Amazon, which is why I don't have any right now. Regular food dye is water-based. Put that in here, it's going to cause your chocolate to seize up, and you're going to have a big mess. You're going to have to throw it out and start over. So keep that in mind. You need oil-based coloring to dye chocolate, or you can use your wafers, whatever color that you're going for. I got my slip mat or silicone baking mat to put my cakesicles on while I decorate them. You're going to need some piping bags and a cake pop stand. So now that we've gone over all that, also you're going to need some gloves. These cake pops are just going to be for my kids, but since I have on nails, I'm going to be using gloves for this video. So now that I've took my cake pop dough out the refrigerator. I've given it time to come to room temperature. If you do roll out your cake pops and they're still cold, when you go to dip them in your chocolate, it will cause cracking, and we don't want that. So make sure your cake pop dough is at room temperature. So I'm gonna take cookie scoopers. I couldn't find a little cookie scooper, so this is like a coffee ground scooper. Just gonna take it, and also make sure your cake pop dough is like a Play-Doh consistency. I go over all that in my video over here. I'll also have it linked down below in the description box if you need that. So I've done 2 scoops. Now to roll it out, first we're just gonna get out any air out of it, and we're gonna press it down and start rolling. Moving both hands while you roll. Not applying a whole lot of pressure. And there you go. Perfect little cake pop ball. So yeah, I was not happy with that last batch of cake pop dough. I guess from it being in the fridge for 2 days, the condensation got to it and it was a little too wet. The new dough that I just made, I just baked two 8-inch cakes, and this dough is a lot more Play-Doh-ish. And it's not sticking to my gloves, so I'm just gonna roll these out. Like so. And thank you, Ladybug. Got my chocolate all melted down again and ready to go. This one is the same. Make sure the consistency is just right. And it is. So now I'm gonna go ahead with the cake pop sticks and we'll insert them. If you want to keep your cake pops round on the bottom, you can just hold it in the palm of your hand like so and insert it down.
Bless you.
So I'm just gonna stick these in my little decorative plug here until they dry.
I could sit around and wait all day. You lay easy on my mind. Like a candle I just burn.
Okay, so what I have here is a little heart cookie cutter that I'm going to be using as the cake pop mold. So if you have any cookie cutters that you want to turn into a cake pop, you just get you some dough out. Try to make it about as thick as the cookie cutter that you're going to be using. And you're just going to put it in there like that. While it's in the mold, you're going to want to shape it. If it needs to be shaped, then just should slide it right out. There you have a heart shape. And I'm just going to make a few of those. So here goes our heart. With these, I'm gonna be using these round. And you're just gonna take it and insert it down into there. Like so. So now while we wait on the heart ones to dry and settle, we're gonna go ahead and start working on our round ones using our flower mold that we have here. So to use the flower mold, you wanna make sure your cake pop's gonna fit in there first, which mine will. We're gonna pour just a little bit of chocolate down in the bottom to fill that mold. After you do that, you're going to want to go ahead and dip your cake pop. Give it a nice shake. Get off any excess. Don't shake it. Don't shake it too crazy. Just like, you can even tap it off the side to get off any excess. And then once you do that, I like to rub some of it off the bottom, and we'll go ahead into that mold, push down firmly until you see it come up like that. Once you get that, you know it's good. So once again, we're going to pour some chocolate into our mold. Just going to take this fork and make sure it's all on the bottom good, and take our cake pop. Already got one. You just put it in, and that's it. Swirl it like that. Don't go in and just do all that. You're just gonna put it in and circle motions. Tap it off on the side or like this. But if you do it like this, make sure you hold it real close to the ball itself. Give it a shake and get off any as much excess as you can. Scrape off the bottom like that. Get off any excess, and then you're gonna stick it into your mold. Push down till you see that chocolate coming up on the sides. I'm gonna go ahead and set these in the freezer so they can firm up. So now while those are in the freezer, we're gonna go ahead and work on our heart shaped cake pops. So for these, we're just gonna dip it in on the side like this, and this side like this, and then give it a tap. Make sure you get off as much. And there's a heart one. It's perfect to get those small ones out. You're just going to give it some little sprinkles like that. Now I will use these big ones as an accent piece sometimes, and just right there. Now there's that one. Now we're gonna do a white one. Same thing with it. Tap it off on the side. And if you see that you get an air bubble, like I've got one right there, you can take a toothpick. I take my cookie scrap and just poke it right there and just around like that and get that off of there. And we're just gonna take the bottom and rub it across. That's fine if you get any showing like that. You're just gonna put it back in there and then rub across one more time real gently. There you go. That, and then this one, same thing with some little sprinkles. These are the rose ones that we done. And look at that.
Clean.
That one's the same way. And do the same thing to it. I don't know why the bottoms are doing that tonight. Maybe it's because we got the heat on in here. I don't know.
I'm cold.
You're cold. There's that one. It is so pretty. And the white ones. Oh gosh. The white ones are pretty too. Now, if you don't like this ring around it, that's gonna irritate you. So what I have here is the X-Acto knife that I use for baking. I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna run it around here. And you can cut off all the excess if you want to. There's that one after I cut off all the stuff off the side. There's that one. So for this mold, same thing. We're just gonna pour some chocolate into it. And work it all around those edges. So there's a slit right underneath here. You're just gonna hold this here and slide that stick on in. Right there. So now we're gonna go ahead and pop this one in the fridge and let this chocolate harden up.
That never helped me. I'm not there flat on right here, but I'm taking my own.
So using an edible marker that you can find at Walmart and Hobby Lobby, I just decided to write XOXO on this one. So now that the cake sickle mold is out the freezer, we'll be filling up with some of the cake pop dough. So when doing this part, you want to flatten out that cake pop dough and try to get it as even as possible. Now that the cake pop dough is in there flat and even, I want to go on top with a little bit of chocolate and smooth it all out. Using a knife, I'm going to scrape off any excess and try to clean up the edges as much as possible before putting these in the freezer to sit. Now, very carefully, we're going to remove these cake sickles from the molds. This can be a very nerve-wracking thing to do, so just be gentle and take your time with this step. And look how cute these come out, but I'm not done with those just yet. I'm going to go over them with some gold luster dust just to bring out the texture on them. But before we do that, I am going to go ahead and decorate these traditional cake pops, just using my piping bag to swirl some chocolate onto them. So for this next step, you're going to need some cake decorating brushes, which can also be found at Hobby Lobby and Walmart, and luster dust of your choice, or this edible spray glitter that you can also find at Walmart and Hobby Lobby. So you can stop right here once you spray your edible glitter on, but me, I like to take the brush and just swirl it in some. That way it's not as noticeable, it's more of a subtle look. So that edible glitter made a huge difference. So now with the other one, I'm going to be using gold luster dust on it. And it's pretty much the same technique, except for with the gold luster dust, you're going to want to put it in a bowl and dip your brush in it, tap off any excess, and once again, just swirl it onto your cake sickle. So there's both of them. Comment down below, let me know which is your favorite, whether it's the edible glitter or the gold luster dust. Now I'm going to be doing that same technique on our rose cake pops. So that is it for my first ever episode of Bake and Create. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Comment down below and let me know which style of cake pop was your favorite. I hope it inspired y'all to make some cake pops or do some baking of your own. Also, if y'all have any requests on some treats or cookies or cakes that y'all would like to see made, comment down below, because this is going to be an every Wednesday thing where we bake and create. So I'm open to requests, but yeah, I will see y'all back here next Wednesday for another Bake and Create.